teleradyo. Makinig, manood na sa teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sa kaakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo, kahit magkalayo. Sa programang ito, tiyak ang pagkatuto. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo.
Good morning, Del Pilarian. Welcome to Teleradyo Marcelo, telearalan ng bawat Maluleño. I'm Clarissa J. Pabon from the Junior High School Mathematics Department, your teacher broadcaster for today. Are you ready to learn the new concept in Math 9? Participate in our activity later during the development of the lesson. Comment your answer on our comment section, and don't forget to shout out the name of your mathematics teacher. So let's start it. Everyone who remember his own education, remember teacher, not the method and technique. The teacher is the heart of the education system. So let us start to our lesson, Mathematics 9, Quarter 3 for Week 3. For our lesson number 1, we have the midline theorem. And for our lesson number 2, theorem on trapezoid and kites. So we have the content standard. The learner demonstrate understanding of the key concept of parallelogram and triangle similarity. For the performance standard, the learner is able to investigate, analyze, and solve problems involving parallelograms and triangle similarity through appropriate and accurate representation. For our MELT, for number 1, proves the midline theorem. For number 2, proves theorem on trapezoid and kites. So for our lesson number 1, which is the midline theorem, we have learning objective. Number 1, state the definition and prove the triangle theorem. For number 2, solve problem involving midline theorem. Before we begin, let's have a short review regarding two kinds of quadrilateral. We have trapezoid, a quadrilateral with only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Isosceles trapezoid, a trapezoid in which the non-parallel sides are congruent. Parallelogram, a quadrilateral in which two pair of opposite sides are parallel. Rhombus, a parallelogram with four congruent sides. Rectangle, a parallelogram with four congruent angles. Square, a parallelogram with four congruent sides and four congruent angles. And the last one is the kite, a quadrilateral in which two consecutive sides are congruent. Okay, what is the triangle midline theorem? Okay, the triangle midline theorem states that the segment that joins the midpoint of the two sides of the triangle is parallel to the third side and half as long. Okay, kindly see this figure. If you consider triangle A, B, C, in which ML cuts the BA and side BC at their midpoints. The triangle midline theorem states that the ML is parallel to AC and the length of its half the length of AC. Okay, then the midline is equal to the 1/2 of the third side AC. So we have the proof of a triangle theorem given the triangle MLN, I and D are the midpoint of ML and MN respectively. Let us prove that the line segment ID is parallel to the line segment LN. The line segment ID therefore is equal to the 1/2 of the third side line segment LN. So we have here the statement and we have here the reason. So number one statement, I is the midpoint of ML, D is the midpoint of MN. Okay, it is the given. Extend ID until E such that ID is equal to DE. By construction, MD is congruent to DN by the definition of the midpoint. Angle MDI is congruent to angle NDE. Vertical angles theorem. And triangle MDI is congruent to triangle NDE by SAS congruency postulates. Okay, let us continue statement and reason. MI is congruent to NE by the CT-CTC. Congruent part of congruent triangles are congruent. MI is congruent to IL. Definition of midpoint. IL is congruent to EN. Transitive property. We have the statement angle MD is congruent to angle E and D. Therefore, IL is parallel to EN. Converse of the alternate interior angles theorem. Quadrilateral ILNE is a parallelogram. Definition of a parallelogram. IE is parallel to LN. Opposite side of a parallelograms are parallel. IE is equal to ID plus DE. Definition of betweenness. ID plus DE is equal to 2ID. It is substitute from the statement 2 and 12. IE is equal to twice ID. Transitive property. IE is equal to LN. It is opposite side of parallelogram are congruent. 2ID, twice that ID is equal to LN. It is substitute from the statement 14 and 15. Therefore, we have ID is equal to the 1/2 of LN. It is the multiplication property of equality. So let's have an example. So we have here using triangle below to solve the missing part. So given triangle PSG, AI cuts the PS and GC as their midpoints. So we have for letter A, if IA is 48 centimeter, which is the midline, find PG, which is the third side. So for our solution, we have 1/2 AI, which is the midline, is equal to the 1/2 of the third side of the triangle PG. So substitute the following given to the midline theorem, we have 48 is equal to 1/2 PG. So we multiply both sides by 2. So we have 96 is equal to PG. And PG is 96 centimeter. Don't forget the units. Okay. Let's have letter B. If PG is 2x plus 8, PG, the third side, and AI, which is the midline, is 11, we need to find the value of x. So for our solution, substitute the following given. We have 11 is equal to the 1/2 to the quantity 2x plus 8. Then multiply both sides by 2. We get 22 is equal to 2x plus 8. Then for the addition property of equality, then divide both sides by 2. We have the answer of 7. So the value of x is equal to 7. So let's have for letter C. If AI, which is the midline, is 3x plus 4 and PG is 5x plus 1, find the value again of x. So by substituting the given to the midline theorem, we have 3x minus 4 is equal to the 1/2 multiplied by the quantity 5x plus 1. So divide both sides, multiply both sides by 2. We have 6x minus 8 is equal to 5x plus 1. So by the addition property of equality, we have the answer of 9. If you are going to check our value of 9, we have AI, which is 3x minus 4, substitute for the value of x, which is 9. 3 times 9 minus 4 is 23. And PG, this one, the AI is the midline, while the PG is the third side. 5x plus 1, 5 multiplied by 9 plus 1 is equal to 46. It is half of 23. So the answer is x is equal to 9. So let's have an activity. So let's practice. Again, the midline theorem states that the measure of the midline is equal to the half of the third side of a triangle. Using triangle HGS, UA are the midpoint of HG and GS respectively. So consider each given information and find for what is and are required. Okay, Del Pilarian, are you ready? Okay, each number you can answer in 5 seconds. Either it is mentally or you can do it on your pen and paper. So number 1, UA, which is the midpoint, is 10.5 centimeter. How about HS? Okay. Gabe, Christine, Marian. Okay. Jonathan, Joanna. You have the right answer. Very good, Del Pilarian. It is 21 centimeter. How about number 2? AG is equal to 32 centimeter. And GS? Is 32. How about GS? Number 2. Okay, may nagsasagot pa ng number 1, pero number 2 na po. Okay, may nakita na po ako. It's Lauren, Rain, Ninya, Jasmine. Okay, kindly type your grade and section. Jonelle, Julian, Erica. Okay, very good, Del Pilarian. It is 64 centimeter. How about number 3? Okay, if our HG is 48 centimeter, our UG is Okay. Bien. Crystal Gale for my 9, 10. Saara, Rain, Marian, Nina. Okay, it is correct. 24 centimeter. How about number 4? SH is equal to 140 centimeter. How about AU? Okay, si Rona May from 9-6. Si Dindin Robles for 9 SPS. Thank you for watching and listening. Okay, Isabel Oli Dayao. It is equal to 70 centimeter. Marianne Jewel for 9 SPSTE Belardo from 9-3 from Sir Chris. Okay, for number 5, we have UA is equal to quantity X plus 3 centimeter. HS is 10 centimeter. What is the value of X? Okay, for Exer Lazara from 9-12. From Len Maclemente from 9SPA1, 9 Cruz. So our X is equal to 7. Very good, Rain Mendoza from 9 Cruz. Joel Arieta from 9-8. Okay. Eves Christian Reynoso from Sullivan. Isabel Oli Dayao from Sir Chris. And the answer is 2. Okay. How about in activity number 2, keep practicing. So you need to keep practicing. Some of your teacher gave this an extra activity for you. So we have a short break. So kindly follow and like our Facebook page, Marcelo H. Del Pilar. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Teleradyo ng Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat Malulenyo. Okay, so keep answering. Jasmine Pay, Crystal Gale. I would like to shout out to my handle section from 9-9 from Ma'am Kaluwag, Roda Kaluwag, from 9-10 for JM Cruz, Ma'am Jerina, from 9-12 kay Ma'am Luz, from 9-14 kay Ma'am Lising, from my advisory class 9-23 and from 9-24. Okay, so let us start. For our lesson number 2, theorem on trapezoid and kites. From the learning objectives, we have state, illustrate, and prove theorem on trapezoid and kites. For number 2, we are going to solve problem involving trapezoid and kites. So theorem on trapezoid and kites. Let us start to trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. The parallel sides of a trapezoid are called bases, while the non-parallel sides are called the legs. Sides of a trapezoid are what we call the bases, while the non-parallel sides are called the legs. An angle formed by the base and the legs is called the base angles. So we have this one, the line segment BC and AD are the base, since BC is parallel to AD. AB and DC are the legs. Wait lang. Angle B and angle C are the base angle with respect to line segment BC. And angle A and angle D are the base angle with respect to AD. We have the diagonal segment that joins two adjacent vertices of a triangle. Moreover, the median or the mid-segment is the segment that connects the midpoint of the two legs of trapezoid. So, R diagonal and MS is what we call the median or the mid-segment. Okay, what is the mid-segment theorem on trapezoid? The median and mid-segment of a trapezoid is parallel to each of the bases, and its length is the half of the sum of the length of the two bases. As you can see in the figure, MS, it is the median, is parallel to BC, line segment BC, and parallel to line segment AD, to the bases. So the median here, the measure of the median is equal to the 1/2 of the sum of these two bases. So MS is equal to 1/2 quantity BC plus AD. So the sum of the two bases, half of it is the median. So let's study and prove the theorem regarding to this theorem. So given the trapezoid ABCD with the median MS, MS is parallel to BC and MS is parallel also to the line segment AD, so that the median MS is equal to the 1/2 of the sum of the two bases. Okay, we have here the statement and the reason. Number 1, trapezoid ABCD with median MS, which is the given. We draw BD with P as its midpoint. Line postulates. MP is 1/2 to the quantity AD and MP is parallel to AD. It is the midline theorem on triangle ABD. PS is 1/2 of BC and PS is parallel to line segment BC, midline theorem on triangle CDB. So we have BC is parallel to AD, definition of a trapezoid. MP is parallel to BC, definition of parallel MP parallel to AD, and AD is parallel to BC. For number 7, we have MP and PC are both parallel to MP, parallel to BC. Thus, M and P and S are collinear. M, P, and S are collinear. So we have MP and PEs are either parallel on the same line. Since there are contained common point, it is P. MP and PS are contained in the same line. So MS is equal, this is MS is equal to MP and PS for segment addition postulates. So for substitute, MS is equal to 1/2 of the AD plus the 1/2 of the BC by substitute. Therefore, we have TR is equal to 1/2 of AD and BC by distributive property of equality. It is not PR. Typographic error, it is the MS. So let's have Okay, medyo po nawala. So let's have our illustrative example. So given trapezoid SAMR again with the median HI, we have this figure. So AM is 5 and SR is 13. What is HI? So we have the median is equal to the 1/2 of the sum of the two bases. Substitute the following given. So 1/2 of 5 plus 13. So we have 18 and half of it is 9. So our median or the mid segment is 9. Okay, another illustrative example given this figure. If AM is x plus 2 and SR is 10 and HI is equal to 8, what is X? So we have the median is equal to 1/2 of the sum of the two bases. Let's substitute the given. 8 is equal to the 1/2 to the quantity x plus 2 plus 10. So 8 is equal to 1/2 quantity x plus 12. So divide both sides. I multiply both sides by 2. So we have 16 is equal to x plus 12. By the addition property of equality, we have x is equal to 4. Okay. So for our third one, illustrative example, we have AM is equal to 2y minus 5. SR is equal to y plus 8, and HI, it is the midline, is 15. What is the value of y? Substitute the following to the median is equal to 1/2 of the sum of the two bases. We have 15 is equal to 1/2 of quantity 2y minus 5 plus y plus 8. So we have 15 is equal to the 1/2 of 3y plus 3. So multiply both sides by 2, we have 30 is equal to 3y plus 3. So for the addition property of equality, we have y is equal to 9. So another one is what we call a special trapezoid, and it is called the isosceles trapezoid. So there is a special type of trapezoid in which two pair of its angles are congruent. The isosceles trapezoid is a trapezoid in which the legs are congruent and the base angles are also congruent. So we have this figure. AD is congruent to BC. With respect to the base AB, angle A and angle B are congruent. With respect to line segment DC is congruent to angle C. So we have theorem related to isosceles trapezoid. For number 1, the base angle of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. Number 2, opposite angles of an isosceles trapezoid are supplementary. For number 3, the diagonal of an isosceles trapezoids are congruent. The first two theorem talks about the relationship among the base angles of isosceles trapezoid. The first theorem say that the base angles of an isosceles trapezoids are congruent. The illustration of the following gives you the proof of this theorem. Okay, so we have given trapezoid ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid. Angle D is congruent to angle C. So let's have their statement and the reason. Number 1, trapezoid ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid. It is the given. AD is congruent to BC. It is the definition of isosceles trapezoid. So, to draw AE is perpendicular to DC, and BF is perpendicular also to DC. By construction, there are exact one perpendicular line from the point to the line. We have AE is congruent to BF. Perpendicular lines are anywhere equidistant. And angle AED and angle BFC are right angle. Definition of perpendicularity. Triangle AED and triangle BFC are right triangle. Definition of right triangle. So we have triangle AED is congruent to triangle BPC. HYL congruency theorem. Therefore, angle D is congruent to angle C by the congruent part of congruent triangles are congruent. So let's have illustrative example. So given trapezoid mat is an isosceles trapezoid. It is a special trapezoid. If the measure angle AMH is 75 degree, what is measure THM? Okay, since angle AMH is congruent to angle THM, and the given of angle AMH is 75, therefore it is equal also to 75. Again, our measure angle THM is also 75 degree. Okay, for number 2, if our measure angle is 100 degree, this one, and the measure T is 3x plus 10, what is the value of x? Okay, for our solution, angle A is congruent to angle 2. So measure angle A is equal to measure angle T. So 100 is equal to 3x plus 10. So by the addition property of equality, we have 90 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. Therefore, the value of x is 30. Okay, for our illustrative example, given trapezoid mat is an isosceles. Okay, for number 3, if measure angle THM is 4x plus 55 and the measure angle AMH is 9x plus 15, what is measure angle THM? So we have number 3, since the angle THM is congruent to angle AMH, we have 4x plus 55 is equal to 9x plus 15. So by the addition property, 40 is equal to 5x. We need to divide both sides by 5. So we get the value of x is 8. Okay, to check our answer, let's substitute the value of x to measure angle THM, 4x plus 55. So we have 87. Okay, the next theorem states, again, it is an isosceles trapezoid. The opposite angles of the isosceles trapezoid are supplementary. So what do you mean about supplementary? Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum measure is 180 degree. Can you identify the other pair of opposite angles that are supplementary in the illustration below? Okay, we have here measure angle A plus the measure angle C, it is the opposite, is equal to 180 degree. How about this one? Measure angle D plus, okay, comment your answer. What is the missing part in here to be able to get 180 degree? Okay, very good, Del Pilarian. It is measure angle B. So to illustrate below is the proof of this theorem. So given ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid, we have to prove that angle D and angle B are supplementary angle, and angle C and angle A are supplementary angles. So we have the statement and the reason. So trapezoid ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid, which is the given. Number 2, angle D is congruent to angle C. Angle A is congruent to angle B. The base angles of isosceles trapezoids are congruent. Measure angle D is equal to measure angle C. Measure angle A is equal to measure angle B. Congruent angle have equal measure. AB is parallel to DC. Definition of isosceles trapezoid. Measure angle D plus measure angle A is equal to 180. Measure angle C plus measure angle B is also 180. If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then the two interior angles of the same side of transversal are supplementary. So we have measure angle D plus measure angle B is equal to 180. Measure angle C plus measure angle A is equal also to 180 by substitute from statement number 3. For number 7, we have angle D and angle B are supplementary angle. Angle C and angle A are supplementary angle. So two angles whose sum measure is 180 is what we call supplementary angle. So let's have again an illustrative example. It's regard to supplementary. If measure angle M, this one is 75 degree. What is measure angle T? Okay, since there are opposites, we have measure angle M plus measure angle T is equal to 180. Okay, so by addition, measure angle T is equal to 180 minus 75. Therefore, the measure angle T is 105 degree. Okay. So let's move on to number 2. If measure angle A is 100 and measure angle H is 3x minus 10, what is the value of x? Since the 2 is supplementary, so we have 100 plus the quantity 3x minus 10 is equal to 180 degrees. So for addition of property of equality, we have 3x is equal to 90. So divide both sides by 3. We have x is equal to 30. Okay. The third theorem, okay, this one is the last theorem regarding to the diagonal of the isosceles trapezoid. So it states the diagonal of isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So trapezoid ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid. AC is congruent to BD. So we have this statement and the reason. So for trapezoid ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid, which is the given. AD is congruent to BC. The legs of an isosceles trapezoids are congruent. Okay, angle ADC is congruent to angle BCD. By base angles of isosceles trapezoid are congruent. DC is congruent to DC by reflexive property of equality. Triangle ADC, and triangle BCD by SAS congruency postulates. And the last one to prove AC is congruent to BD is by the CP-CTC. Congruent part of congruent triangles are congruent. So let's have illustrative example as regard with the diagonal of a isosceles trapezoids. So for number 1, let's have if MT is equal to 2x plus 7 and HA is equal to 8x plus 15, what is the value of x? Since MT is the diagonal and HA is also diagonal and they are congruent, we have MT is equal to HA. So 10x plus 7, 8x plus 15. So we have 10x minus 8x and 15 minus 7. So we have 2x is equal to 8. So the value of x is 4. So for number 2, we have HA, 6x plus 7 inches and MT is equal to 7x minus 9 inches, what is HA? So we have, since HA and MT are diagonal, they are equal. For the addition property of equality, we have x is equal to 16. Okay, then we need to substitute the value of our x to the given so that we already know what is the HA. So ang HA po natin is 103 inches. Don't forget the unit. Okay. And the last one is the kite. So we are through the midline theorem, the mid-segment theorem, the trapezoid, the isosceles trapezoid. So let's move on to the last part, which is the kite. Another quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram is a kite. A kite is a quadrilateral with two pair of adjacent sides congruent and no opposite sides are congruent. In other words, it has two distinct sets of congruent adjacent sides. In kite ABCD, at the left, the two distinct sets of congruent adjacent sides are AB is congruent to BC, and AD is congruent to CD. The common vertices of the congruent side of the triangle are what we call the ends, the B and the D. B and D are the ends of the kite ABCD. Moreover, the line contained at the end of the kite is symmetry line. For the kite, in the kite ABCD, BD is the segment containing the symmetry line. Okay, we have 7 theorem related to kite. So for number 1, the diagonal of the kite are perpendicular. Let's see in this figure, AC and BD are diagonal. AC is perpendicular to BD at point P. Okay, for number 2, it has one diagonal that forms into congruent triangle. Diagonal BD cuts the kite ABCD into two parts so that we have two congruent triangle. This is the DAB is congruent to triangle DCB. Okay, for number 3, it has one pair of opposite angles congruent. So only one pair of opposite angles are congruent, and that is the angle A is congruent to angle C. Therefore, the measure angle A is equal to the measure angle C. If it is 100 degree, so that the measure angle C is also 100 degree. So for number 4, it has one diagonal that bisect a pair of opposite angles. Diagonal BD bisect angle ABC and angle ADC. Therefore, the angle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD. And angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB. Okay, let's have this another one. Number 5, it has one diagonal that form two isosceles triangle. Diagonal AC cuts the kite ABCD with two isosceles triangle are formed. It is ABC and CDA. So we have, it has one diagonal that bisect the other diagonal. BD is perpendicular to AC and AP is congruent to CP. Okay, and the last one, which is the area of the kite, is half the product of the length of its diagonal. So the area of the kite is equal to the 1/2 of the product of the two diagonal, diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. We have area of the kite is equal to 1/2 of AC multiplied by the diagonal BD. Okay, so have you created a kite before? How much paper did you use? To find the area of the kite, you can use the length of its diagonal. Like I discussed, the last theorem on the kite is the area of the kite is half the product of the lengths of its diagonal. The following illustration is the proof of this theorem. So given the kite rope, let us prove area of the kite rope is equal to 1/2 of EO, diagonal 1, and PR, which is diagonal 2. We have here the statement and the reason. So kite rope, which is the given, PR is perpendicular to OE at W. We have point W, the diagonal of the kite are perpendicular to each other. So for number 3, area of the kite rope, area of triangle OPE plus area of ORE, area addition postulates. We have area triangle OPE is 1/2 of PW and EO. PW and EO. Area of triangle ORE is 1/2 of WR and EO by area formula for triangle. So we have area of the kite rope is 1/2 of PW and EO plus 1/2 of WR and EO by substitute. The area of the kite rope is 1/2 of EO quantity PW plus WR by distributive property of equality. We have PW plus WR is equal to PR. Therefore, the area of the kite of the rope is the 1/2 of EO and PR by substitution. So let's have illustrative example as regard to the kite. So given quadrilateral plate is a kite. Okay, for question number 1, if PA, one of the diagonal is 20 centimeter and LY is another diagonal 6 centimeter, what is the area? So given the area is 1/2 of the product of the two diagonal, we have substitute the following given. We have area is 1/2 of 12 centimeter multiplied by 6. So we have 72 and divided it by 2. We have 36 centimeters square. So don't forget the unit when you are answering. So in here, the area of the kite is given the area 135 meters squared and one of its diagonal LY. And the missing is what is PA? One of the diagonal. So substitute the following given with the area is 135 is equal to the 1/2 of PA is equal to 9. So multiply both side by 2. Then we have 270 is equal to 9 PA. Then divide both side by 9. We have one of the diagonal is 30 meter. Okay. And the last example, we have area of the kite plane 96 given one of the diagonal and what is asked is the other diagonal. So substitute the value of the given to the area of the kite is equal to the 1/2 of the product of the two diagonal. We have LY is equal to 24 centimeter. So do you have any questions regard to our lesson? So let's have practice. Okay, direction. Use the given illustration to solve the missing part. So for number 1, it is a trapezoid. Okay, the next figure is what we call the isosceles trapezoid. And the last figure is the kite. So let us find what is being asked in the question to solve the missing part. So in here, FE is equal to 8 base and SY is 12. Okay, what is AT? Okay, I gave you 5 seconds to answer. Okay, it is, okay, very good, Kyle. It is 10. Okay, Irish Ann, Form 910 JM Cruz is also 10. Form 91 AJM Domingo. Okay, Isabel, Clarence, Jelaine, Erica, and Crystal. Okay, how about number 2? Okay, very good. This is 28. Okay, let's move on to number 3. If measure angle W is 70, what is the measure angle H? Okay, for number 3. Okay, JC Nicole from 93, City Bantog. 91, AJM Domingo, Erica, Jonathan, Daniel Mason. Okay, for Jasmine Payne from 93, Angelo Cortez. For 9, SPST Ibelardo. Okay, it also 17, very good, Jelaine Bautista. For Sullivan. Okay, how about number 4? If measure angle S is 111, what is measure angle W? Okay, it is 66. Let's move on to number 5. Okay, it is 6 inch HS. HA is 6 inches and DH is, okay, for number 4, given 6 inches, the HA and DH is, you can solve it mentally. Okay. Okay, correct. It is also 6 inches. So, very good. Jasmine Pay, Jason Nicole, Rosalie Del Pilar. Okay, and the last number, AD, one of the diagonal is 11 centimeter. And DS is what? Okay, it is 20.5 centimeter. Okay, from the production team, thank you to my participant from all the section of grade 9. So from production team, from grade 9 mathematics teacher, we have me, myself, Clarissa Pabon, teacher broadcaster, Sir Marlon Atienza, also a teacher broadcaster, Sir Renante G. Fernando, master teacher from grade 9, Ma'am Mary Grace Guevara, our script writer and editor, and our very own Dr. Marco Ronel Eusebio from the department head, Mathematics Department. And also thank you from the production team of Teleradyo Marcelo ang telearalan ng bawat Maloleño. So, thanks again. I need to signing off, your teacher broadcaster. Thank you so much, dear learner, for your active participation and of course, their respective math teacher. For the assessment of this week lesson, please wait for the announcement of your respective Math 9 teacher. Always tune to our Teleradyo Marcelo for the upcoming discussion of the lesson and more update. Once again, I'm Clarissa J. Pabon, your teacher broadcaster in Mathematics 9. God bless us all and keep safe, everyone. So kindly follow and like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye-bye. See you all in our next Teleradyo Marcelo.
Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sa kaakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo, kahit magkalayo. Sa programang ito, tiyak ang pagkatuto. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo.